Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Cantrip Breakers, in which we once again revisit the dark region of Mournveil, a gothic homebrew setting full of ghouls, ghosts, witches, werewolves, and, of course, increasingly, vampires. But before we delve in, let us go around our players. We are now a full group once again. So, Arianna, would you like to introduce yourself first? And your character?
I'm Arianna, and I'll be playing Ayleen. But before I tell you a little bit about Ayleen, I just want to say... PogChamp, level 5, hype train. Thank you so much. We are very grateful. We're very grateful. Thank you. So I'll be playing Ayleen, as I said. She is a human monk, spent her whole life in a monastery, just got out and met Hazel van Dam. And then later we both met Ester Fisknylle. Esther. We both met Esther.
Good one. Yeah. Good try.
Yeah. And I have serious daddy issues. So does Ayleen. So maybe we'll be diving into that a little bit more today. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's Ayleen. Hazel.
And Elina.
I'm playing as... Yeah. Hi. I'm playing as Ester Fisknylle, as I pronounce it. Fisknylle. But it was a good try. She's a elf ranger from the Heartland Forests. She got kicked out just a while ago, and for doing something, and now she is out in the adventure, on a new adventure, so to say. She met Hazel and Ayleen, and is now just tagging along, getting to know new stuff. And last episode, I was not here, so she's just recovering from bad fever, it seems like. Yeah, very nice.
And Glosske.
Yes, I'll be playing a halfling child rogue. Her name is Hazel van Dam, and she's a really cute, innocent child who is still discovering the world and trying to make friends with everyone. And her biggest wish is that she finds her parents, because she thinks she got abandoned. They were just all of a sudden gone. And I just really have my fingers crossed that she'll find them again.
And before we start, thank you, Bamboo, for your donation. And I will explain how the donations work in just a moment. But I am Ed. I am the GM. I describe the world. I play, to the best of my abilities, all of the characters that this group meet, all of the creatures, and generally narrate the chaos. And you will have noticed that in the middle of our screen, we have a donation bar. So thank you for demonstrating that, Bamboo. Basically, every time you donate, you slowly build the bar up and up and up and up until it reaches its limit. When it reaches its limit, you cause something to happen inside of the game. Good or bad? Usually bad, but it is something that affects the players, their characters, and the story. Last time, you caused Ayleen's father to enter the fray, which has thrown up a whole load of emotional baggage. But we will see where that leads us this week. But as ever, thank you all for your donations. They're massively appreciated, and they help cause a little unpredictability in our story as well. So thank you for that as well, however hard that is to keep up with. And we also have a very, very exciting announcement that we will be letting you all know at the end of this episode. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let us sit back, turn off the lights, and delve in to the latest chapter in the dark region of Mournveil, in Chapter 4, Rough Waters. Arriving into the lakeside town of Renoras, you are met with a gloomy place full of barely standing buildings and miserable citizens. And as you are led by Pastor Gleeson to a local tavern called the Bat's Wing, Ester, you fell ill on account of the wounds that you had suffered the previous night and fell into a deep and awful fever. And so taking her upstairs, the other two, you attempted to cure her wounds, enlisting the help of Mank and a patron at the bar, a member of the Order of Dawn called Elder Myrene. Stabilizing your friend's temperature and leaving her to rest, Mank once again floated the idea of meeting his employer in Renoras. And with a particularly enthusiastic Hazel excited at the mention of potential gold for work, you agreed to meet with him in the morning, should Ester have seen no improvement. And, with Ester still asleep upon the two of you waking, you met with Mank downstairs and headed into town to a sunken building near its edge. And entering, you were met with trinkets and artifacts, all of them bearing the same symbol, that of a red sword with a black, bat-shaped handle. The same one you had seen near Everspire, the same you had seen in the old lighthouse near Witchshaw, and Hazel, the same one you had seen in your dreams. And in amongst this, you were introduced to Mr. Dupont, a sickly-looking elf who took a particular shine to Hazel, and an interest in your absent friend's home place of the Heartland Forest. Speaking of the symbol, he revealed that he believed it to be a symbol from a very long time ago, before the mist wall encircled Mournveil and stole it away to this strange dark realm, known only as the Shadowfell. Artifacts of that nature have been manifesting all over Mournveil with increasing occurrence, warping the land around them and riling up creatures within its proximity to a ravenous bloodlust. Mr. Dupont believes that whatever these symbols are, these pendants and these artifacts, they may well be the key to understanding why this land is trapped within the Shadowfell. And revealing that he had settled in Renoras on account of many of these items washing up on shore, he believes that at least a few of these items must have come from the depths of the lake, washed up in the grey waters, and the answer to what that might be lies on the island of Galagast, in the centre of the pallid lake. He offered to pay you, and, with a few healing potions thrown into the bargain, you headed on your way. But on your way out, you bumped into an individual, one that, Hazel, you did not recognize. But Ayleen, despite yourself, you recognized this as a figure hidden in the mist of your dreams. Your father, along with another individual you did not recognize, a young girl called Arianna, his daughter. And after a brief interaction, you learned that he owned Bertillo's boats and could loan you a boat for travel across the lake. And as Hazel, you went to Mank to check up on Ester. Ayleen, you headed to the docks, in search of this man you had left behind all those years ago. And after spying on him and his daughter, you left, heading back to the Bat's Wing. Hazel, as you approach the Bat's Wing and Mank walks side by side with you, is there anything that you want to do before you enter and go to see Ester?
Not really. I'll fiddle with my lovely bracelet that I got from Monty, and I'll think about him.
Mank just looks down, thinking about your boyfriend.
Boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend.
Don't know about that.
You have a boyfriend? Wait, what?
Well, the boy back at the farm seemed to take a shine to you.
To me, yes. I think so. I mean, do you know what love is?
I do, yeah.
What is love?
It's a very complicated question for one so young, but love is trust, I suppose. Trust and respect and yearning. And a lot of other things that you are probably too young to know about, but...
I'm still too young. I've been wondering all this time. I see Ayleen fall in love. with this creepy old man, Hansel. I've just been wondering how that would be. So I thought maybe I can fall in love with Monty. And he gave me a present. When you're in love, you give presents, right?
Well, sometimes, but if you want my advice, I would say play the field for as long as you can. You're young. Don't fall in love with the first guy you meet.
Don't fall in love with the first. Okay. The second? The third? How do you know which one?
I mean, depends how much fun you're having, but I don't know. I guess you know when you know.
3 is my lucky number. Maybe it's number 3.
Maybe it will be 3.
So Monty is not the one. I feel stressed.
Well, love can do that as well.
I want to see Esther. I don't want to think about this.
After you then, and as you approach the bat's wing, you see the dead bat nailed to the sign just hanging above the door. And as you enter, it is as cold and as empty as ever. You can see the start of a fire in the fireplace, and over by the bar you see Jebediah wiping down the surface, and you can see, as ever, the same patron that you saw the previous night, as Elder Myrene, the large half-orc, just sits there, her large ponytail just hanging behind her. And she looks over towards you. It is hard to tell what drink she is on at this point, but she just raises it and, I think I heard noise from upstairs. Your friend is awake, I am thinking.
Esther! Esther!
And
I
Esther,
see her?
as you come to in this room that you do not recognize, you look around and you see a number of beds cramped in the room, and you can see that every so often in the ceiling above there are holes in the roof, and underneath these, scattered all around the room, there are buckets full of dirty, sort of slightly green looking moss-coloured rainwater just positioned around various parts of the room. And as you slowly come to and start to bring your feet off the bed and just walk about a bit, you just hear this very faint Esther, Esther from downstairs.
Walks out, of course, right away. She's like, what the frick is this place? What's going on?
And as you descend the stairs, you see the downstairs of the Bat's Wing. It is about what you would expect, considering the state of the bedrooms upstairs. You see you see a sort of slightly overweight man behind the bar. You see a very large, muscular looking half-orc just crouched over the bar with a very long, brown, sleeveless robe over her person. And next to Mank, you see Hazel just stood next to him.
Oh, what's going on? What is this place?
Esther, how are you feeling? I was so worried about you.
I don't know. I can't remember much. What? Feels like I've been sleeping for a long time. What happened?
You had a fever, so this one and your other friend, they nursed you back. So, and
Where are the others?
I don't know. And he looks to you, Hazel. Where did Ayleen say she was going?
I think she's wandering around outside. Didn't she go get a boat?
What? Both?
Well, we stumbled upon this guy. She seemed very mesmerized. But yeah, maybe she should tell
Is she in
you
love
that
again?
herself. Well, I think this is a different kind of love.
Oh. Okay.
In short,
You're still here.
yes.
She looks at Mank. Like,
I am still here. You lot have a job.
I thought. I'm sorry if I'm confused. I thought you were kind of didn't like us, or she did like us.
Like is a strong word.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
We appear to be working together, and that's, Also, I finally found someone who can keep up with me when it comes to drinking rum, and he just punches your arm softly, Hazel, and... Right. You explain the job to her. I'm gonna go out and grab a bit of fresh air. Good to see that you're, glad to see you can do the job. And with that, Mank stands and walks out of the door, leaving the two of you alone in the bar.
So you're getting friendly with Mank, huh?
Oh yeah, we are. I think we're closing into being best friends.
Almost best friends?
I think so.
Better friends than us.
I'm
gonna cry.
No, I think you're number 2.
Oh, okay.
Ayleen is number 1.
He can't take my
Best
place,
friends.
all right? No, if he takes my place, I will cry. Okay?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then you can have number 1. You're my number 1 best friend.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Good.
And now we have to drink rum together because
Okay.
that's what you do with your best friends.
Okay. But what time is it? I can't. How long did I sleep? Do you know that?
For a day, I think.
Oh.
You feel
Yes, I-
rested?
I feel rested. I feel better. I can't remember at all what happened, so I'm not sure I'm here. But if you want to, we could drink rum.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay.
While I'm pouring in the glasses, I'll put 10 glasses of rum.
10?
And then, so it looks like it's a lot. It is kind of a lot, but it looks like it's a lot. So we can sit there for a while, because then I'm going to tell her about what happened. We went into this weird house that kind of looked like a dungeon, and there was a man there, and he had the sword we talked about on the wall. He had a lot of symbols,
Red
relics, antique. I don't know exactly. It was a bit strange. He was really scary. He looked like you've never seen the daylight,
Ew.
and it was ugly too.
Yeah, ew. That sounds disgusting.
But we went there and we talked a little bit with him, and apparently he has a job for us.
Oh, okay.
And
With money?
yeah, of course, we get 80 gold each. And so what we have to do is we have to go to this place across the lake, and we have to just check it out.
Just check it out, huh?
Just check it out.
Okay. That's
Easy, right? Easy
That's-
money. That's what we like.
That's very easy. 80 gold, let's say.
Mm-hmm. So you're in, right? I thought
You're-
you'd be. I mean, there's money.
Oh yeah,
involved.
I don't really care for money. I want the adventure, really. I just want.
Can I have your money then?
Maybe.
Well, you don't want the money. I can use it.
I don't really care for money.
Okay, then I'll take your money. Thank you very
No,
much.
no, wait. I don't know if I will need it or not. We will see. I don't need the money, but I also kind of need money. You know, that's how money works, right?
Well, if you
you don't
change
want
your
it,
mind, I'm probably around, so you can just give it to me.
Okay.
As this is happening, Ayleen, what are you doing as you move away from the docks? Where are you headed? Back towards the Batswing?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you walk towards it, you see Mank just sat on the steps leading up to this elevated building that stands on struts above murky, sort of very wet mud. And as you approach, he just nods at you, and your friend seems to be looking a little better.
Esther? Oh, that's good.
Look, Mr. DuPont might have entrusted you with this mission, but while we're on that island, I'm in charge. You understand? Final say goes to me.
Excuse me? I don't think so.
Well, I've been working for Mr. DuPont for a while now. I know he trusts my judgment, so...
Did he say that?
No, I am saying that.
All right. Well, we'll see about it then, I think.
All right then. You go say hi to your friends. I think they're drinking water at the moment.
Oh, god damn it. And I would like hurry inside knowing exactly that they're not drinking water.
Esther and Hazel, can you make Constitution saving throws for me, please?
Okay, wait. 16.
You're doing okay. You're sort of maybe like 6 out of 10 drinks deep into this, and you're not really feeling the effects all that much. You're doing okay. And Ayleen, as you enter, you see these 10 glasses, 6 of which are now empty in front of your friends, and they appear very, very good.
Hazel!
Hey, Ayleen. Do you also want the glass?
Is that what I think it is? Didn't we have a deal? The deal was 2 sips.
Oh, I thought 10 glasses. I think I misunderstood.
Uh-oh.
Esther, how can you let this happen? How old are you?
I wasn't here when she promised. I don't know.
How old are you?
I didn't know.
How old are you? Are you an adult? I think so, right?
I'm 108. So
What?
I'm quite yeah. So
108?
I'm elf.
But you look so young.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Because I don't know how many human years there is on an elf year, but a lot. So I think in comparison, I would be 20 something. And you're
Older than my grandma.
Yes, I am. But I am 10 times older than her.
I'm really disappointed. Really disappointed. Hazel, you shouldn't be drinking like this. Your brains are still...
She's fine.
I'm fine.
Esther, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Hazel.
I'm fine too. We're fine.
I don't care if you're fine or not. You can drink whatever you want, but Hazel is still underage. And it's my responsibility to keep her safe. And I was hoping that you would also take that job on you, especially now that Ophelia is not around anymore.
Okay.
Well,
Last time.
technically, we don't know my age, so we don't know if I'm under.
Technically, we have a very
True.
clear idea of how old you are.
Really? Really?
Hazel, I need to be able to trust you. When we say 2 sips, I need you to stop at 2 sips and not at 6 Esther, please tell me you've at least had 5 of these 6 glasses.
No, we split him.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But it's just so delicious.
It was actually really nice.
Yeah,
I've
because
never
you're
had one
addicted,
before.
Hazel. This is not healthy.
As this conversation is happening, all of you just hear quite a deep chuckle come from the bar as Elder Myrene just looks round at all of you before turning back and just downing another drink and just whispers to Jebediah, "I will have another, please."
I would lean over to Hazel and like really quietly say, is that what you want to end up like? Is that who you want to be when you grow older? Because that is who you're going to be when you're older, when you keep doing this, Hazel.
Can you make a stealth check for me?
Oh,
please?
no, Ed, I was really quiet, I promise. Oh, no. 14.
You just whisper it and you glance over in Elder Myrene's direction, and as she takes the cup, she just like looks over her shoulder ever so slightly towards you. "And what is wrong with the way that I am, little girl?"
You're super cute, okay?
I didn't mean you. Obviously.
You obviously didn't mean me.
You have very good hearing. That's very impressive. Hazel, I think it's time for bed.
Bed? Wait, what?
I'm very sorry.
I'm glad that your friend is better. And with that, she just leans back on the bar and continues to drink her ale.
I would look down at Hazel and just...
This was
Just
awkward, huh?
So you know, it's only like midday, so...
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
You can't go to bed.
I would still go. I still want her to
Should
go to
we
bed.
go outside instead? Yeah, that was awkward. We can go out.
All right, let's go. Follow.
Let's get out of here.
Today's not a good day for Ayleen.
You head out, a Mank is there, and as he looks up, he sees the somewhat dour look on your face, Ayleen, and he just... Fun chat.
Is it making you feel good to be a dick?
You know what? Today? Yeah. Yeah, big time. Right. We need to go get a boat. You have any ideas?
Yes. Bertillo. Boats.
Right. That man we bumped into.
Yes.
Okay. Well, lead the way.
And I would rush, kinda. I'm so done. I'm so done with everyone here.
So, as Ayleen leads the way towards the very, very dirty and very smelly docks, is there anything that anyone wants to do along the way? Any conversations that anyone wants to have? Okay. So you make your way through the town, between the various buildings that stand on stilts above the slowly sinking earth all around you, making sure to keep to the most solid bits of earth as you move between the various buildings, until eventually you find yourself on the grimy stone docks of Renoras, looking out over the grey waters of the pallid lake. And as you walk along the docks, much quieter than you were used to, Hazel, both in Witchore, but also your time before Mournveil. This is a very sorry-looking dock with only a handful of boats bobbing next to the surface. And you see that all along there are crates that are full of very thin, emaciated, pale-looking fish. And continuing on, eventually Ayleen leads you to a small... warehouse would be generous. It is more like a large hut. And over the door you can see the words Bertillo's Boats. The doors are currently closed, but you can see the small flickering of candlelight coming from within one of the windows.
This is it. Since I'm the only one who's sober and friendly.
We're sober.
We're friendly too.
Ah.
I mean, if
Very
anything, they're more friendly now.
I'll be doing the talking. All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Can I just go in? Elena's just gonna go in.
Yeah. So you walk up to the door and just placing your palm on the handle, you just push and it slowly creaks open, and you can see inside a number of tools hanging from the walls. You can see that there are keys as well that are hanging on just above a desk to one side. And you can see a number of maps scattered around the room as well. But on a workbench, in this otherwise empty room, you can see that sat upon it, there is a small girl. And as you enter, she just looks up and, "Oh, hello. Papa isn't, he's in the back at the moment, but, and she jumps down onto the floor. Can I help you at all?"
I think we definitely need your father. So if you could get him for us.
Are you the monk that we bumped into earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go get Papa. And as she walk, she spies the other two behind you, and sort of seeing a girl of relatively similar age to her, she just sort of gives you a small wave, Hazel, before heading out into the back and leaving the three of you and Mank hovering by the door, alone in this small little boat hut. And eventually, after a couple of minutes pause, you see Martin step out, followed by Arietta, who is behind him. And he's just currently wiping his hands down. Aye, so you've come to take me up on the offer of a boat, then?
Yeah. We are looking for a boat to travel all the way to the island. So preferably something that is strong.
To Galagast?
Yes, correct.
Right. Well, a sailboat will probably be better for that. It is around near to half a day journey from here to Port Lower, which is on the west side of the island. It's probably your best bet.
I would look over to Mank in the back and just go like, Mank, do you know how to sail?
No, I don't. But you, little one, you mentioned that you'd had some expertise on the sea, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's right. I grew up on the ship, but it's been a long time. I mean, I can try.
I don't think it's smart to try. Do you know anyone who could come with us just for the boat ride?
I know plenty of people, myself among them, but I don't know whether anyone would necessarily be willing to go with you.
Because nobody comes back, ever?
Not in the last month or so. We've had nothing from Galagast, and frankly, when you hear nothing from a place, you do tend to anticipate the worst.
Can we invite one of the guards, maybe? I saw so many guards here.
I'm sure if you wanted to. I don't know. They'd probably be looking for gold.
What about you? Are you looking for gold?
I have my daughter to worry about. And he just places his hand on his daughter's shoulder, and in any other circumstance, yes.
So you're saying you're not willing to leave her behind for a few days?
If something happened to me, she would be alone. And I won't leave my daughter alone.
Well, why don't you just, I don't know, leave her with one of the elders to take
Where's her mommy?
And Arietta just goes, she lives in Whitshaw.
Under them.
Which shore?
Yes, it's, thank you, Arietta. Yeah, it's just around the other side of the lake. Yes, I came here a long time ago, so that's where her mother is.
Why are you two not together, if I may ask?
Make a persuasion check.
11.
Okay. He just looks at you and, if it's all right with you, I'd rather not. You are customers, after all, and
They split up.
yes, we did.
It didn't work out, I guess.
That's a pity.
How long ago was that?
Longer ago than near to 10 years ago now.
Damn.
And I know I asked this, but there is something familiar about you. I'm not.
I don't think so.
Make a deception check.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I've definitely seen your face before. We don't get many newcomers in Renora, so it's just strange to see a face that feels so familiar, I suppose. But
Well, I don't know who you are, obviously, but we could get to know each other if you would come with us. Again, you could leave your daughter with one of the elders of the order. If you're comfortable with that, obviously.
make a persuasion check.
$13.
He looks at you and, I mean, as a member of the Order, if you think that would be safe.
I don't know. Do you think it's safe to leave your children with people from the Order?
I've been given no cause to believe otherwise.
Cool.
Right, well, in that case, so I can loan you a boat for 50 gold. There's a 100 gold deposit if you're wanting me to...
Oh, I don't think we'll have to pay. Because we're being sent by DuPont.
Oh, Mr. DuPont, right. I will invoice him then. So when do you need to head out then, and for how long?
As soon as possible. And I don't know how long it would take to get there and back, but it shouldn't be much longer than that.
Well, we're looking at a maximum of half a day to travel across the lake to get there. That's half a day there, half a day back, so we're already looking at a day, and it depends how long you want to stay out there.
I think 3 days would be enough.
All right. Okay. And he kneels down in front of his daughter and... Okay, 3 days. Do you think you can be brave for Papa? For just 3 days? Yeah, I think so. Good. In that case, I will speak with Elder Myrene. We know where to find her. And I will ask for her assistance. Is that okay? Yeah, she smells kind of bad, but yeah, it's okay. Well, you can just pinch your nose. Right. I'll get my affairs in order. If there's anything that you need to grab at all, feel free to do so. I'll take my daughter to Elder Myrene. And then we'll sail out. What is your business in Gallagherst, if you don't mind my asking?
Just gathering some information.
Strange place to go for information.
Strange place to live, I guess.
And the child with you, little one, do you need looking after as well? Will you need to stay with the elder, or?
Me?
Yes.
No. I don't need anyone.
She's coming with.
Mhm.
Oh, is she? Oh,
You'll see why.
I'm a good fighter.
okay. Well, in that case, meet me on the dock in around an hour, and we'll set sail. Right, lovely doing business with you all. If you can leave me with my daughter, and I'll see you soon.
And leave the building.
Oh, fast,
Okay.
Arianna. I didn't know. Shit.
So, in the next hour, is there anything that you want to do at all? Anything that you want to do to prepare for your journey? Anything you want to buy at all?
Should probably get her some food. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do we need a tent?
No,
Sleep on the ground.
Really?
we'll have a boat. It's
Ew.
gonna be okay.
Oh,
I'm sure we can
okay.
sleep somewhere there too.
in that tree is fine.
I'm not sure if there's gonna be a lot of trees there. I mean, they have a small little forest there, but I don't think it's sleepable trees.
Oh no.
But again, we'll have the boat. Should be okay. As long as we don't almost drown again like last time,
What if the boat sinks?
then we die.
Oh.
No, we
Well-
swim, right?
I can't swim.
Oh.
Okay, then.
Too bad for you, I guess.
Doesn't matter. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Okay, but food at least, right?
Yeah. Why don't you two gather some food, and we'll meet here in right after. Is that good? Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
See you soon then.
Okay. So, Esther and Hazel, you head off in search of food. Can you both make investigation checks for me real quick?
19.
Very nice. So, as you head into town, you're able to find a couple of establishments that serve food like the rest of the town. It is not particularly well appointed. The buildings are decrepit and leaning over in strange angles. Many of them are sinking into the ground or high above the ground itself on wooden stilts with very rickety stairs heading up towards them. And as for the food itself that you're able to find, while it is cheap with good reason. The carrots and the cabbages and the other various vegetables that you find are very thin and very
Wait, I'm not gonna
grey.
buy vegetables.
What would you like to buy?
I will only buy bread and some
s-
candy.
So candy you find none of. There is no candy. You are able to find some bread though. It is quite solid and quite stale, a lot of what you find, and so you really have to go quite far and wide around the town in order to find something that has a relative amount of give and doesn't just feel like a brick in your hand. But you're able to buy a little bit as well as a few other items. I will say that probably puts you back around 5 copper.
That's cheap. I like cheap. I'll take it.
It is cheap, and as soon as you put your hands on the food, you understand why. Esther, is there anything that you're wanting to buy at all while you are searching around town?
No, I just see this food. Esther just sees this food and she's like, "Oh, okay. I don't want any of it. I'll be fine in the forest, or if I fish
Are you
or
sure?
yeah. I'll just kill a deer
Murder?
or something. No, I'll just kill a deer or something, or fish instead. I think.
You can do that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you're a hunter.
yeah. I
can
am.
teach us.
You forget that. Sure.
Yeah, sometimes I just think that you're just a giant slayer. But actually, you're just a hunter.
I have 100 years of experience of hunting
100
all
is
kinds
a
of
lot.
stuff. So yeah, that is a lot actually.
So you're really good.
Sometimes not. You've seen that. Sometimes I miss. But I'm still young in my years.
Young?
Yeah. They go very didn't you know? Elves go really old.
No, I don't know.
No.
How old do they get?
Oh, elders are around 1,000 years.
1,000?
Yeah, if they survive, we have a lot of dangers working against us as we're natural hunters too.
Interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know much about elves, but I like to learn.
You
think
could
you're
come to
really
my
pretty.
Oh, thank you. You could come to my tribe someday if they take me back at some point.
You want to go back?
Maybe. Kind of. I miss. I've never been anywhere else than than home, right? For 100 years, and this was just. It was just very weird to come out in this world, and
Mhm.
you know, I don't know. It just feels weird. Okay, I miss them a lot.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, if you can go back, I would like to go there and see where
Yeah.
you live.
Yeah, maybe.
So while they're off gathering food generously, Ayleen, what would you like to be doing?
Nothing. Like, I'm just going towards the water and just be by myself for a while to just like process everything.
You're on your own for a little while until eventually you just hear some footsteps behind you. Look, I think we got off on the wrong foot.
Hi, Mank.
Aye. Look, I don't know what we're going into. I don't know what the Isle of Galagurst holds in store for us, but
Probably death.
maybe. But whatever it does hold, we are going to need to have one another's backs.
Yeah.
So, you know, the
Yeah, but
silent treatment doesn't necessarily help anyone.
But you do understand why I don't trust you, right?
You can trust that when it comes to Mr. DuPont, I fulfill my role as ably as I am able to.
Do I have your word on that?
You do. Yeah.
And what about Hazel? Will you try to keep her safe? Because that's very important for me.
I will try and keep all of you safe to the best of my abilities. But I won't beat about the bush. If it comes down to the three of you and me and the job, I'm choosing me and the job.
That's fair.
Good.
How old are you?
200. Why?
Just curious. I just learned how old Esther was and I was just thinking about it.
I mean, we are both relatively young by elven standards.
Yeah, but like, you must know some humans that have just died, right? Have you ever been close to anyone that died?
Maybe.
I'll take that as a yes.
Take from it what you want. It was a long time ago.
Isn't it boring to be alive so long?
It's boring if you stagnate and don't do anything with your life. But the borders of this world are finite. There's only so many places you can go.
Yeah. Feels a little bit like a prison, doesn't it?
I think that's what exactly it is.
Have you ever tried to get out?
I know people who have. It's never ended well for them.
I think Hazel's been out. I don't know why, but I think she has either has the wildest imagination or she's been out. Do you think it's possible?
Well, all I know is this region was dragged to this place. Nothing to say that individuals can't be dragged here as well. But if she was, and if she's telling the truth, that makes her very special.
Yeah, she'd make a great fit for the order. That's where I'll be taking her, you know? After this.
You sure that's the best thing for her?
For her? I don't know. At least for the order, I think it would be the best.
Yeah, I think that's my problem with the whole order thing.
You have a problem with the order now?
I have a problem with stealing kids, yeah.
Stealing kids? You want to steal a kid?
So you've run this by Hazel. You've told her.
Yeah. Yeah, she knows that we're going there.
Right. Does she know why?
Why? Like, what is the reason?
Well, this is a recruitment drive, isn't it?
And? Isn't this a recruitment drive as well?
No, this is a job, not a way of life, not a way of thinking.
But it's more important even. The life. The job means nothing.
Guess it depends how much you're being paid.
What's money gonna give you?
When you live as long as I do, it gives you some stability.
So does the order. And the order's gonna give Hazel a lot of stability. Just like it did me. A purpose. Stability. A home.
It's funny, for someone who seems so assured, you don't seem very happy.
Well, that's because I'm not at the order monastery as right now. So, yeah.
Fair enough. And as this conversation is happening, Ester and Hazel, you make your way down onto the docks and you see Mank and Ayleen just standing looking out over the grey waters. And Mank turns and just nods his head in your direction.
Did you get some food?
I got some bread. It's a little hard.
Yeah, the food quality there wasn't very good. So
That's okay. That's not
It's
important.
something. I think we're good to go.
Yeah, we just have to wait for Martin of Mr. Bertillo.
Mr.
Duff.
Bartillo?
And after a few minutes of waiting, eventually, from down the dock, you see, with a satchel slung over his shoulder, Martin Bertillo walking towards you all with a key in his hand. Right, are we all ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. She's just over here. And he walks down the docks until eventually he comes to a large rickety wooden pier that as he walks down it, you see that at its end there is a small sailboat just bobbing in the water with some oars next to it, and you can see that it is chained to the decking. And as he walks over to it, he slots his key inside the padlock and just unlocks it and sort of pulling it further in with some rope. Just, right, everyone, inside and we'll get going.
Hop in, let's go. Woo!
Like, does the
Now-
boat look steady?
It does. It looks, certainly in comparison to the other boats that bob along here, it looks fairly well maintained.
Good.
Right.
Is it big enough to run around, or can we just sit in a boat?
You can walk around it. Running, especially with the amount of you in there, might sort of cause it to like sort of wobble a little bit, but like it's fairly sizable. You can walk around, and there is a fairly sort of stout mast in the center with a fairly small sail as well. One which you can sort of like edge your way around a little bit, but yeah, it's not huge. Certainly, Hazel, it is nothing compared to what you have sailed in before, but it is roomy for the most part.
I'm excited. We're going on the water. We're going on the water.
I've never been on the water before. I'm kind of nervous, honestly.
You scared? It's
Yeah.
fine. Being on the water is the best feeling in the world. It's kind of like you're flying, but on the water.
Okay.
You'll see.
Yeah.
No need to worry.
And with that, throwing off the rope, Martin, after initially pushing off from the shoreline, using one of the oars, just sets off into the pallid lake. And you move off, deeper and deeper into the waters, further and further towards the center. As eventually Renoras and the buildings that make up the town slowly disappear behind you into mist. And you continue onwards. This almost perfect circle of mist all around you. And every so often you see Martin bringing out what looks to be, it's a contraption none of you are particularly familiar with except for you, Hazel. And you see that it is a fairly rudimentary wooden compass that he just looks at every so often before turning the helm and sort of correcting himself a bit as you move east through the mist and across the waters. Now, like I say, it is around half a day's travel. So is there anything that anyone wants to do on the journey or any conversations that anyone wants to have?
Yeah. Ayleen would interrogate her dad a little bit. Like, subtly.
Okay. And the two of you, is there anything that either of you want to do?
Esther is kind of seasick, I would
Okay.
say, from the wobbling. So she's kind of clutching to the side of the boat, like the whole trip, kind of like prepared to puke.
For fun, can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
How is that for fun?
Yeah, that's fun. That sounds like, yeah, that sounds so fun. 12.
You're doing okay. There are a couple of moments where you preemptively just and you lean over the boat. And Hazel, you see this occasionally as your friend just sort of clutches to the edge and sort of looks over into the water before slowly coming back and just descending down once more into a very tense seated position. And you see this as you're sort of like walking around the boat and the various barrels and such, which you see Mank is sat on towards the front of the boat. As you walk around the mast in the center, but you see your friend looking very, very pale, even for her.
Esther, it's okay. You were just sick. You cannot get sick 2 times in a row.
I can get sick in another way. Oh my god. My stomach.
You're not enjoying?
It's going back and forth. It's like I get dizzy. I've been in water. I've never been on top of the water. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, this is awful. Jesus Christ.
As you
Sorry
see,
to hear.
as you see your friends having this conversation, Ayleen, your attention turns towards Martin, who has just stood at the helm, just turning the boat this way and that, bobbing over the waves, continuing on.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Have you ever been on that island before?
Galagos?
Yeah.
No, I've not. I've serviced a lot of boats that have gone there, you know, when we were still doing trade with them, but since they cut off contact with us.
Why do you think they cut off contact?
I don't know, but the Count seems remarkably unconcerned with finding out whether it is safe, unfortunately. I think he sees an opportunity to maybe try and monopolize the fishing trade around the Pallid Lake.
I see. So, you have a really, really sweet daughter.
Yes, I do. She's my world.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. Have any more kids?
Not anymore. I used to. I had a daughter.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name, Ayleen.
Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit seasick, I think. That's nice. What happened to her? Did she die?
No. No. Her mother and I, we all used to live in Whitshaw, and we fell in love when we were very young. We had a child when we were too young to do so, and realistically, we couldn't look after her, so we sold her. We sold her to the Order of Dawn.
Sold? For money?
Not proud of it, but it helped. It helped, and we were able to set up a good business for ourselves in Whitshaw. And in time, when we were ready, we had Arianna, but my wife, I think guilt became too much for her, and so I moved. I moved to Renoris, and I took our...
You left your wife?
I did.
You sold your daughter and you left your wife?
You don't know what grief can do.
If I may ask, how much did you sell her for?
It was 50 gold. It was...
Wow.
I mean, as a member of the Order, surely you know ours is not a unique case.
I didn't know that that they paid for it.
It was a good opportunity, and it was what we needed at the time, unfortunately.
Do you regret it?
I do. But the life that she would have had with us, I think she was probably better served where she was. And I hope still is.
If you could say something to her, hypothetically, of course, what would you want her to know?
that her parents are living a very happy life.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was rude. Sorry, that just... Seasick. Gotta vomit. Well, I'm sure she would love to know that. Yep. Right. Thanks. And I would like walk away from him back to Hazel and Esther. Hi. Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
What?
Could you like call me Amber for a while?
Why?
Just trying out a new name.
You can't change your name.
That's stupid.
I just can you just do it, please?
Why? Okay.
Isn't that against the rules from the monastery?
No, it's not.
She's trying to change your identity.
Really?
Are you not happy with yourself?
I'm just trying something out.
Okay.
Are you insecure?
Yes,
she's insecure.
that's it. I'm very insecure about my name. So if you could please call me Amber from now on, thank you.
I think it's beautiful.
Amber.
Amber.
Does it have to be Amber?
What else? What else?
Something nice.
Like what?
What do you think, Hazel?
Oh, I like Gertruda.
Yeah, that's nice.
Fine. Call me Gertruda.
Go.
It's not my
That's
actual
a nice
name.
name.
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
Gertruda.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Gertruda.
You want me to call you Gertruda as well?
You have to.
guess.
It's her new name now.
And it's a lovely name.
Very lovely.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a few days. Just trying
I'm
something
sorry.
out.
Ooh.
If it makes you feel better, Gertruda, then yes.
Thanks.
No problem, Gertruda.
This is gonna be fun.
So you continue in your journey over the Pallid Lake. And as the night sky continues on apace, and the grey sun begins to set in the distance, and as the mists part before you, the Isle of Galagast comes into view. A stark and barren mound of rock and dirty earth jutting out of the waters of the Pallid Lake. You see emaciated trees reach out of the bitter soil, twisting into the skies above, and here and there, between the bleak foliage, you see wooden buildings along the island's edge. Houses, windmills, boat huts stand next to crooked piers, each of them ending in large wooden structures covered in rope netting and large metal fishing hooks as boats bob in the water around them. And these signs of civilization begin to thin the further into land you look, as the trees grow thicker and the region more wild. It is an altogether dark and foreboding place. And out in the water at various points you can see smaller islands of rock and gloomy caves lowering in the mist. You're still around an hour away from the island, but it looms in the distance as Martin continues on. Right, we're almost there, so make any preparations you have to.
Thank God.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, I just want to get off this thing. No, I'm done. I'm done.
And as you look at your friend, Esther, turning to look back at Hazel, and over towards dry land, you see that you are slowly beginning to pass by large rocks that are just jutting out of the water. And you see that Martin has to ever so slightly adjust the boat's course as he makes his way through. Slowly just moves from right to left, weaving in and out. And Hazel, as you look into the waters, this grey, impenetrable water, you see a shape just moving softly under the surface.
Why did the music change?
Do I feel safe?
I'll say make an insight check on the shape that you see, or a perception check, if you'd rather.
Perception 17. I stick my hand in the water because I'm curious.
You stick your hand in and you look deeper and you see that whatever it is not within reaching distance. As you just reach your hand into the water, and the water is very, very cold. But as you look beyond your hand that is warped in the water, just under the surface and the ripples, you start to make out the shape. It is a very, very large tentacle, just twisting round in the water.
Ew, I'll take my hand back. There's something in the water.
Huh?
It's a monster.
Is it a fish?
Yeah, fish.
No. Is it the kraken? Does the kraken exist?
What is kraken?
Mike? Martin?
Craig, no, not as far as I'm aware, not apart from storybooks.
Well, look in the water. They're pointing at the thingy.
And as you look at the water pointing and then back at your friends, all of whom are looking in your direction, you see behind them, slowly coming out of the surface, 3 very large tentacles just moving up above the boat and curving over. Can everyone roll for initiative, please?
Oh boy.
Ooh.
8.
And I will bring up the map very quickly. So,
14. 20.
okay, let me just make a note of all of that. Right, and let me bring up the map for all of you. Okay, so
Oh my god.
let's see what we have. Okay, so I need to roll for others as well. Okay, so initiative. So we have Hazel. Then we have who rolled what? Yep. Then we have Matt. Then we have. Okay, so the order is Hazel, followed by the creature, then Mank, then Esther, then Ayleen. So, Hazel, as you watch these tentacles just slowly move up into the air, what are you wanting to do?
So they're quite far away, right?
Yeah, they're sort of around like 10 feet away from the actual boat itself.
Oh my god. I look towards Esther and I see her bow on her back. So that inspires me, like, oh yeah, I have a short bow. So I will shoot the one behind Esther.
Okay, sure thing.
24
24, that hits. Roll for damage.
and 8.
8. Okay. So you watch as you other two just watch as Hazel brings out this short bow and just fires across the water. It just and impales this tentacle that just curls in on itself and slowly begins to spasm a bit. And you can see that it has done a lot of damage to the tentacle. There is also something else that you glimpse just on the underside of the tentacle. But as it whips around, it is hard to tell exactly what this is. Hazel, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Guys, watch out. I think we're under attack by the monster.
Okay.
Hide or fight.
So, as the tentacles slowly move out of the water, they get closer to the boat until eventually they are looming over either side of it. And you suddenly start to see, underneath, a strange shape that you would not expect, because hanging from their backs, almost attached to these suckers and this strange black ink-like substance, you see decomposing bodies just stuck to the underside of these tentacles. And as they move forward, you see that these bodies are not still. As they move forward, as the tentacles come to the edge of the boat, you see these bodies just slump down over the side, still connected by strands of black ink towards the tentacles, and they slowly just start to rise. Their heads just lolling backwards and their limbs scraping across the board as 3 zombies just move onto the boat. So it is going to be their turn. Let me just bring them up first of all. And so the tentacles are going to try and attack. So the one that's nearest to you is going to try and attack you, Esther. So that's... Oh my god. Okay, so one is a natural 20. And the other is a 15.
Which one was it? Yeah, it's hit.
Oh, it does hit. Okay, so I'll do
14.
the 15 first. So that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
What?
And that's 22 points of bludgeoning damage for the natural 20 as it just slams down on the boat and onto you as you just fall down against the boat's surface. And the other tentacle is going to try and attack you, Ayleen, with a 12, which I don't think hits, and a 23.
Oh. Is that nat 20?
No, it's not. And that will be 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it just flicks across the boat and just slams into you. And you see Esther just collapse on the floor. And the creatures all around are these undead creatures that are crawling over the side of the boat, are slowly moving forward. The final tentacle is going to try and attack Mank. 1 misses, but 1 hits, and yeah. And you see Mank just fly back against the sail that hangs in the center of the boat, and you can see he's just beginning to get out his daggers. It is now the zombie's turn, so it's going to try and attack you, Esther, with a 7, which I don't think hits.
No, it's 14.
This one is going to clamber across the crates from the front of the ship, just moving towards you. Ayleen is going to try and attack you with a 6, which probably doesn't hit. And this one is going to move there and try and attack Mank. And does not hit. So that is all they can do. So it is... sorry, I got those the wrong way around. It is Esther's turn now. Then it is Mank.
Yeah, I can just back off, right, without them doing
They will get an attack of opportunity against you if you move away from them, so...
I have to. Oh my god, I have 14 points left. I need to go.
Oh God.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I have to. It's too unlucky. I have
You
to.
can hide behind me
Yeah.
in your bonus action. Well, I would first attack them though if I were you.
Yeah. But do I have that as a bonus action?
Moving is a
Or-
bonus action, right?
Yeah. Right?
So movement is free. You can move.
Yeah.
You can move freely. But yeah. So you can move and attack if you would like to risk an attack from the zombie.
I have to.
Mm-hmm.
I will back off.
Okay.
Esther runs to like half other side of the boat instantly.
Okay. So the
Bam.
zombie is going to try and attack you.
Mm.
And misses. That's an 8.
Yes.
So it just and as it moves forward, you see the sticky black ooze just connecting it to the creature, the tentacle behind it, and it just. So, would you like to attack?
Yes, the tentacle Hazel already started on.
Okay.
I fired a shot there, right off. And it's 7, and I guess we go again in that case. Ooh, and 10. Stop.
That hits
Oh, okay.
exactly. So, if you'd like to roll for damage,
Good. 5.
the tentacle just starts to slough back into the water, disappearing beneath the surface. And
Wait, what's-
even though it slowly descends, you can see that the black tendrils are still sticking to the zombie, which just stands on the edge of the deck now and looking in your direction, Ayleen. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Esther?
No.
No? Okay, so it is Mank's turn. So Mank is going to try and attack this manky sea zombie.
Max.
So he hits with 1, so that's... Okay, that's respectable. Okay, so that's all he can do. So, Ayleen, it is your go. You are currently surrounded by 3 zombies. One of them is flanked by Mank, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. First off, the one to my left, I want to try and kick it off the boat.
Okay, go for it.
9.
9 just misses, unfortunately.
That's okay. I'm just gonna try again.
Okay.
19.
That hits. Roll for damage.
8.
8. Okay, and I will... Seeing as you're trying to hit it off, I will make it do a dex save. That's a natural 1. So you just watch as you just pummel it, and it just and disappears over the water, dragged down by the tentacle next to it. What would you like to do next?
There isn't much I can do, but I know that Hazel is standing behind me, so I will just Is the one closest to Mank? Is that one still focused on Mank?
It is, yes.
All right, in that case, I will just try to get the attention from the one closest to me.
Okay, sure thing. You're able to do that fairly easily. It is already just walking towards you, which takes us to the top of the round. Hazel, what would you like to do?
Muted.
I'm thinking. Okay, since the 2 zombies are already being fought, I want to take 1 step closer, and from underneath the mass, I will shoot the tentacle next to Manky.
Okay, sure thing. Roll to attack.
16.
That hits. Roll for damage.
5.
5. Okay. So once again, this arrow is just loosed through the air, and you just hear this as it just shudders ever so slightly, and you see the stringy tendrils attached to the sea zombie just shudder, almost like guitar strings, as it just wails in the wind. Is there anything else that you want to do?
I want to check, is Martin okay? Like, I look over my shoulder.
Make a perception check for me.
18.
It looks like Martin despite looking very, very scared, is nevertheless still trying to keep the boat as on course as he possibly can. You can see him staring with determination in the direction of Gallagherst as he just, okay. So is that everything for your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's the tentacles' turn. So one of them is going to try and attack Mank. Both of them miss, and the other one is going to try and attack Ayleen. One of them misses. One of them, that's 27 to hit.
No, miss.
So that's that is 11 points of bludgeoning damage as it just flicks across with almost preternatural speed as it just slams into you. And almost as if on command, the zombie in front of you is going to try and attack you with 20, not natural. And that will be 2 points of slashing damage. Can I ask you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
8.
Okay, we'll get to what happens in a bit as the zombie just with a rusted blade just lashes forward, and you see your friend cut across the abdomen, and there is an immediate sting of blood as the blood almost immediately begins to slowly congeal around the wound as you just see it turn a strange shade of grey blue. It is uncomfortable, but you just shake it off a little bit. The other zombie is going to try and attack Mank and misses with a natural 1. Mank's very lucky today. So it is Esther, your turn.
Muted.
Yeah, I aim for the one closest to Mike, I think.
Okay, sure thing.
And it is 4. I mean, what are these rolls? Why am I always? And one more time. And it's 12.
That hits. Roll for damage.
6.
6. Lovely. Okay. You watch as it just sort of takes another arrow and just... and it's still standing, but only just as it just staggers forward. Is there anything else that you want to do on your turn?
No.
Okay, sure thing. So I'm just trying to keep track of everything. Yeah. Okay, so it is now Mank's turn. So Mank is going to attack that one. 1 natural 1, but also a 20, not natural. So he's going to... lovely. Just doing maths in my head. Fucking hell, how much is... there we go. Okay, right. So he lashes out at the zombie in front of him. Ayleen, it is your turn. As you can see, arrows sticking out of the tentacles, and you can see out of a couple of the zombies as well, as the one in front of you just... What are you wanting to do?
So I want to grab my stick. However, I've tried to figure it out. I have not been able to figure out my stuff, like how to roll for it. I think it's a 1d6, but I don't know how to. So
so
do
just
1d6. Or...
So if you just do your regular attack,
okay.
And then it's 1d6 damage.
Oh, okay.
Plus your strength or your dex, I think it is with monks.
Okay, I'll go for my dex then. Which is actually the same as my unarmed strike, so I'll try that.
Okay. It's a flavor thing. It's fine.
So
Yeah, that hits exactly. So you can roll for damage.
4.
4. Okay. So bringing out the staff, you just swing it upwards and you hear this crack, almost like thunder in the skies above you, as the zombie's head just... until it is literally bent entirely backwards. Its jaw just... as its neck is just literally 180 degree. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
Yeah, so it's not dead yet, right?
No. It's not dead.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to attack again. Mm-hmm. And this time I would like to pin it down to the floor.
Okay, go for it.
With my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
17.
That hits. Roll for damage.
5.
Okay. So, let's see how it does. Yeah, you just thwack your staff and just pin it down as it just against the floor.
So I would like to spend a key point to make the target stunned. If it fails a con saving throw DC 13.
Okay, so it fails. Yes. So it's stunned for until the
End of my next turn.
end of your next turn.
Yeah.
Lovely. So as you just quickly bring your hand down and just hit what should be a pressure point, you just hear this as you see one of the muscles just literally give in, and it suddenly seems unable to move for a moment. Hazel, top of the round, what would you like to do?
Mank and Gertrude are looking okay, right?
Mank's looking okay. I don't know about Gertrude.
Ayleen?
Oh, Gertrude!
That's you.
I'm halfway done, but I'm okay. I'm not super
You
dangerous.
look okay.
I'm
okay,
okay. I'm okay.
Then I stay focused on the tentacle next to Mankey and I'll shoot it again.
Okay, sure thing. Roll to attack.
7.
7, that misses, unfortunately, as it just flies off, hitting the side of the tentacle and flying off into the water and just and splashing in the grey waters. Is there anything else that you want to do?
Nope, I stay put.
Okay, so it is the creature's turn. So another tentacle attack on Ayleen. That is an 11 and a 16.
16 hits.
16 hits. Okay, so that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage as it once again just flies and whips round into your side, and you just almost give a little bit. Now the other one is going to attack Mank. That one misses, but that one hits. So okay, so you see Mank just stagger back a little bit as there is this almighty against the boat, and for a moment you see Martin just struggle at the wheel, just oh my god, as you see the boat crack a little bit. It's continuing going and there is no water pouring in yet, but now it is the zombie's turn. The zombie's going to attack Mank. That hits. Okay, and let's see if Mank succeeds his con saving throw. He is okay, that's fine. And the other one is going to try... it can't do anything because you've stunned it. So, Esther, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Keep firing on the zombie on Mank.
Okay.
Straight in his head. Let's see. Bam. 21.
That hits. Roll for damage.
4.
4. Okay.
And one more. 9. Shit.
9 misses, unfortunately. But you can see that your efforts... The zombie is definitely looking very much the worse for wear, as it just barely seems to be standing at this point with its head just covered in arrows, and it's just there going... It is Mank's turn, as Mank just dodges to one side as the arrow flies over his shoulder, and he turns around to look at you, Esther, and just nods before going ham on this one. Yeah, and with one swift movement of his blade, you see as the zombie's head just flies off and rolls across the deck before Mank turns to the tentacle and misses. So it is Ayleen, your turn.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
So I noticed that the boat is tilting. So I'm actually standing back up to use my stick to punch away the tentacle.
Okay.
I'm aware that I'm facing my back to the zombie now, but I can't swim, so
That's okay. So roll to attack.
there we go. That is 15.
That hits. Roll for damage.
That is 8.
Okay.
Not all I'm gonna do, because I'm going to use another key point, because I'm desperate, and I'm going to use Flurry of Blows, which is 2 unarmed strikes.
So roll to attack.
24. Hits for 9.
So as you bring that first blow out, you just watch as the flesh on this tentacle almost seems to disintegrate underneath your punch, and you see that there is strange, like, fish-like bone protruding out underneath as it just slowly sinks down into the fresh water below. You still have one more attack.
Yeah, so I will just point that one backwards to the zombie behind me.
To the zombie, okay.
Which was a 10.
Okay, it's at advantage because it is currently stunned and prone, so if you'd like to roll again just in case you get a natural 20.
No.
Okay, but you can roll for damage though, that's okay.
4.
4, okay. And as you do this, you almost shock it back into life as it just and slowly begins to stand. Hazel, it is your go as one of the tentacles disappears under the water. What would you like to do?
I'm super impressed with the fighting of Ayleen. So I'll just go help her stand next to the zombie. Just slice it open. Chick, chick.
Okay. So roll to attack.
It's prone, right? Do I get a sneak attack on this one?
I'd say yes, and also it would be at advantage anyway because it's flanked by Ayleen as well.
Okay, that's gonna be a biggie. Okay, 17. So with
17,
advantage, it's a 23.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Then, oh god, how do we do this? Okay, wait.
Nice.
Oh, wow, 18 damage.
So, Hazel, you rush up behind it, and just with one swift movement of your blade, the creature just falls still as Ayleen, you just turn around and see this bloodthirsty halfling behind, just sort of smeared in what looks like this very black viscous liquid emanating from the creature. You have one attack left. Is there anything you'd like to do with it, Hazel?
So he's not dead yet?
No, he is dead. Sorry,
oh yeah,
then
I'll go to the... No, there's a tentacle left.
Yes, yeah.
Can I hit him with a dagger if I hang overboard? I mean, I'm super tiny though.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd say so. I mean, that's within...
Really?
Mechanically, it's within 5 feet, so yeah. No, I
see
don't
her
like that.
hanging like overboard, like...
I'll say maybe make the attack at disadvantage, I'll say.
Oof.
I mean, that still hits.
It's definitely gonna hit. 9.
9. So you watch as, with one final dash across the boat, Hazel, just leaning over the side, just moves out with her dagger, and there is one final as the tentacle just slowly descends into the water below.
Nice, Hazel.
Nice, Gertruda. I'm fighting. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was really
Nice.
Is everyone okay?
good. I have this... I don't know.
Almost not okay, but yeah, I'll be fine again.
Does this look weird to you guys? And I would like point at my stomach.
Are you pregnant?
What?
What do you mean?
Do you even know how to get pregnant, Hazel?
No, can you tell me?
No, I can't.
No, that's the stuff about love that you talk about when you're older.
What's with your stomach then?
That's kind of weird.
Ayleen, can you make simple 1d4 roll for me, please?
No, I don't want to. Not one!
Oh,
That's actually good in this case.
God.
So,
Oh my God.
from both Constitution and Charisma, can you -1 for me, please?
Marcel! How do I even do that?
What? Are you poisoned?
Wait, Constitution and?
And Charisma as well.
I don't know how to do that. My charisma is 0 already.
Oh, not the modifier, like the actual the number. It should be around like
11?
10 or 11 if it so if you take that down to 10, And then if you take your constitution down by 1 as well.
Okay, override score then, right? Yeah, sorry, constitution. Okay, I don't like that. Why did you do this, Ed? There's not even a faith of a god. I don't deserve this.
And as you stand there looking at your wound, Ayleen, all of you look towards Gallagherst ahead of you. And as you do so, you see what looks to be a small port. There are piers jutting out as you move towards it, and you can see that a number of the buildings around are broken. Windows are smashed, walls are broken open, and roofs almost collapsed. And as you look around, you see that there is no one to be seen, not a single soul. As Martin slowly brings the boat in.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
It was kind of empty.
What if they all turned into undead?
Yeah, it could have been taken by these big octopus thing. Maybe.
Should we go back?
We have a job to do. We can keep low, we can keep close to the ground, but we can still check it out.
Okay, but we'll have to stay together.
Agreed.
I kind of think I need to rest for a bit. No, I took a big hit. That was in a really unlucky spot there. I got slapped super hard by that big tentacle. I have a big headache.
We
Maybe
should
we can
probably
find
find a safe spot first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe there's something that could resemble an inn? Or
Yeah. Okay.
house?
And what are we doing about our driver?
What about
Martin?
it?
Yeah.
What about it?
Well, if we're going into danger, we need to make sure that there's a safe space for him, otherwise we don't have a way back to Renoras. And we don't have an escape.
Guess we
Right.
protect him then. Huh?
I suppose so.
We need to take him as our prisoner so he doesn't escape without us.
No, he wouldn't.
Imagine if he gets scared and runs back to the boat and takes the boat with him. Then we're doomed.
I will haunt him in his dreams. In that case, I will come back as a spirit and I will haunt him if that happens. I look at him very meaningfully.
Make an intimidation check for me.
Wait, where is it? Where is the intimidation? There.
He can't hear you. He's currently sort of mooring the boat and just making sure that everything is tied up properly. But as you are there, and as Mank jumps off onto the edge of the shore, with water just slowly sloshing around his knees, he steps out and just looks around at this strange, eerie... It's not even a village, it's just a small collection of buildings. And looking around, mist covering much of the landscape, he turns around. You coming then?
Yep, I guess so. Let's go.
All right. Keep an eye out for anything or anyone. And he slowly begins to wade out of the water. What are the three of you doing?
Hopping out after.
Yeah, I'm just following.
Well, shouldn't we discuss what we're gonna do with Martin?
He's gonna come with us, right?
I have a feeling he'll run away and take the boat when we're not watching.
I think he's
Really?
gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Should
Do
I
we
talk to
trust him?
No.
Should we put
No.
a leash on him then?
Yes.
Is that what your suggestion? Okay.
Yes.
You
I
want
don't
to
think you would
chain
like
him
that.
up?
Yes. Then you make sure that he doesn't run away.
I think I know how to talk. How to make sure he doesn't run away.
I let Gertrude talk to him.
What?
Your
Oh,
name.
right.
Yeah.
Wow. Still getting used to that one.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay,
want me,
you
do you want
talk
to
to
chain
him.
him up or should I talk to
No,
him?
you can talk to him first. You're good at that stuff.
What are you gonna say?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Wait, does in-game Hazel know?
Yeah, I told Hazel. Yeah,
Okay, so she knows. Okay,
she
okay.
knows. Yeah.
Secrets. Okay. Mhm. You go talk to him. Good idea.
Oh God.
Esther still doesn't know at all. She's like,
No.
this is weird.
So as you hop out of the boat, and Ayleen, as you look towards Martin, who is just finishing tying up, not that Hazel you recognise is tight, but loose enough to undo at a moment's notice, as he just sort of wipes his hands down and just looks at the shoreline. This doesn't look promising.
Well, at least we're not getting robbed here, so that's a good thing.
True, I suppose.
I mean, you've seen how we fight, right?
Yes, the child is especially formidable.
Yeah. Yeah, she's special. So, just to be direct, I guess, how big is the chance that you're going back without us?
Guess it depends how much danger I'm in. I won't pretend that I need to keep myself safe for my daughter, but I'm not a coward, if that's what you mean.
So my friends here are worried that you're leaving without us and that we're going to die because of it.
I won't leave you unless there is no other choice. If it looks like it's a lost cause.
Honestly, I think that you might not have a good idea about what a lost cause is, because we've been in really, really messed up situations and we somehow always get out. They want to chain you up. Would you be okay with that?
Make a persuasion check.
Not 20.
He just looks at you and... Okay, I understand. We don't know each other terribly well, and... if that puts your mind at ease, then, so long as it's somewhere safe.
Of course.
So long as I'm out of view. And if I'm close to the boat, that will probably be useful as well, because that way, when or if you come back, you can unlock me, and I can get the boat ready very quickly.
Okay. Yeah. So you're coming?
I suppose so.
Good. That was easier than I thought.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how easy you made it, actually. But right, let's go then, I suppose. So, Ester and Hazel, you watch as, after a brief conversation on the end of this pier, Ayleen comes back with a very willing Martin just behind her, and Mank stands there, off a little distance, just scanning the horizon of the island.
So, what do you prefer? Rope? Chains?
Wait, we can tie him up for real.
Yeah?
I-
Really?
You said yes? You said yes?
If
Are you
it
serious?
establishes trust, then yes. But I
God, this dude. Wow.
would ask rope, though, if the worst happens and you aren't coming back, it will be easier for me to get out of rope than it will be chains.
I don't think we have chains with us, right? Right?
Okay, but if you can
What's-
escape, then it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll take me a very long time to get out of rope, especially if, as I suspect you know, and he looks towards you, Hazel, I'm sure you know a number of fairly strong sailing knots.
Oh, yes, I do. Want to see? I have rope.
I suppose so.
I tie his hands. Wait, do we tie his hands behind his back or in front of him?
In
So we can
front.
still like drink. How much do we want to torture this man?
Behind his back.
Behind his back?
Trust it.
So if you can just make a straight dex check for me, Hazel.
Ooh.
It's almost as though you haven't skipped a day at sea as you just tie this incredibly, to you other two, incredibly complex knot. But to you, Hazel, it is as simple as breathing as you just tie this knot. And you see Jerry looking over your shoulder, just looking down and sort of nodding with approval as you finish with this flourish, this knot. And Martin just tests his hands a little behind his back and, well, you know what you're doing.
No, I feel kind of sorry for you. There's no way you can get out of this one. I think you're gonna die like this if things go wrong.
Hazel,
What?
can't you say that? You're not gonna die. We don't die. We somehow don't.
Well, we almost died last time we were
Yeah,
fighting
but
the
we
harpies.
didn't.
But it was quite close.
But we didn't.
We'll try. Let's just say that, okay?
Shh. You look over and you can see Mank just stood a short distance away. He just puts his finger to his mouth. We're not alone. And he just backs towards you all. And you see Martin, now unable to get free of his bonds, suddenly looking very, very nervous as Mank just moves back towards you all. There's someone else here.
Where?
Just over in the tree line. And Ayleen, as you peek round the side of the building that you're all next to, you look up at the hill, and Hazel and Esther, you follow where Mank is pointing. And you see that at the top of this ridge, in amongst some trees, a shadowy figure holding aloft an oil lantern that glows a flickering orange in the breeze, just looking down at all of you. And Ayleen, everything goes dark as you fall to the ground and you feel the pain in your stomach stretching out across your abdomen. That is where we're going to end this week's
I
session.
knew it.
What?
I knew it.
No!
I knew it.
We're going to be back again, same time next week. And we promised exciting news. We have exciting news. Next week sees our very first guest of the campaign. And we are thrilled to announce that it is the incomparable Sam. She's wonderful. You can check out her current playthrough of Kingdom Hearts over on twitch.tv/Seum. That's Seum. I've probably butchered the pronunciation of that. And you can also check her out on Twitter before next week at Just Seum. Again, it's Seum. We can't wait to have her with us. It's going to be an exciting couple of weeks. She's with us for 2 episodes. But before we end, let's go around and plug whatever we're working on. Arianna, would you like to go first?
Another announcement. So while Sam's coming, I'll be leaving. Only temporarily, though. I have been hired as the host for the organization Echo. So I will be in Switzerland hosting for them for around 2 weeks. I'll need to time that out. It's gonna mess with me. For 2 weeks. So that's also why Sam is going to be one of the guests. So yeah, you won't be seeing anything of Ayleen. I'm probably going to be on the floor for a while for a few episodes.
Yeah, it's really lucky you failed that saving throw.
Oh man. All right. Well, while I'm dead, no, I won't be dead. While I'll be on the floor, at least she will take over. So yeah, I won't be here for the next 2 weeks. I will be on my own stream, trying to stream as much as I can this Sunday. So like not tomorrow, but this Sunday is going to be my next stream. And that's also the stream right before I fly to Switzerland. So it will be a few hours stream before I have to leave. So be there this Sunday. We're going to finish the read in World of Warcraft, hopefully, or at least progress a little bit further. And then I'll be in Switzerland showing you all my hosting skills for the Race to World First of World of Warcraft's new raid. Tomorrow is cancelled, yes.
Okay, and Elina.
Epic. Very epic for Arianna, first of all. But I have been streaming 12 hours a day for 3 days in a row now because of a subathon. And I have about a couple hours left tomorrow, starting at 3-ish. So yeah, we'll see if there's going to be another day or so. We will see. It's all up to other people right now. So yeah, that's where I'll be tomorrow. Woo!
And
Glosske. Right. And on my channel, we're doing the usual. I am your morning host, and we're gonna drink coffee together and wake up together, and we're gonna play some classic WoW. Because there's a lot to do for us still.
And I'm Ed. I'm not currently working on anything else at the moment, but I do have 2 very exciting things that I'm really looking forward to announcing very soon, working with some very exciting people and doing some very exciting roleplay stuff. But that's all from us. We'll be back again next week, and we can't wait to continue the story. We can't wait to be telling it with you all, and thank you as ever to your support wherever you are in the world. Hope you're well, hope you're safe, and we love you very much. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.